Now, if you're anything like I was, you would categorize yourself as the shy person. The kid who's not able to make small talk, or look people in the eyes, or stand up for himself, or speak to that girl that he's been thirsting over for the last 5 years. You get the idea. But just be yourself, bro. If they don't like you as you, they're not for you. That is some of the worst modern day advice that you will receive. Just be yourself. If I was just myself growing up, I would have never lost weight, or made friends, or dated a girl. I'd most likely still be a virgin with no purpose, no passion for anything. Sat in my parents' house, in my bedroom, addicted to porn, playing video games all day, telling myself, this is the life that I want. And you might think to yourself, wow, not a care in the world, that sounds amazing. Do you think this is how a man was meant to live his life? No job, no purpose, no passion, no women in his life. To skate through life with not a care in the world, adding no value to society whatsoever. Do you really think that life will satisfy you? Running away from the realities of the world, hoping that you'll be rewarded in your little comfort bubble. That's not how things work. Running away will not reward you with the comfort you're expecting. Running away will reward you with the realities of life around you. The reality that all your friends, all your family, they've grown up, created families, gotten the jobs and the careers they want, built the bodies that they want, created a happy, fulfilling life around them. Who do you think will feel more content with life? The guy with the family, the purpose, the vision, the body, or the guy with nothing but his left hand in the video games that he plays? We live in a time now where more men than ever have been part of the demographic that self-delete themselves. Now, I'm saying self-delete because I don't want to say the actual word, but you get the idea. We've never had more men in society do that. And why? Well, we've never had more men in society confused with who they are, what it means to be a man, what it means to be masculine. We've never had more men in society purposeless, passionless, relationshipless. And if hearing that does not scare you, then possibly you are too far gone to help. If you are a shy person watching this video now, you must do something. You must act. Those men that you hear about sat in their parents' basements or their bedrooms playing video games, 100 pounds overweight, never spoke to a female in their life, never had any purpose or any real function in society. You might be sat there thinking, well, that's the extreme example of things. But if you're the shy guy who skates through life, avoiding responsibility, chasing comfort, if there was a scale of successful guy here, basement guy here, who do you think you're going to be closer to on that scale? Do you think in 20 years' time you're going to be as enthusiastic to play these games when everybody else around you playing them is half your age? When all of your friends and family don't associate with you anymore, when you don't get invited out anywhere, when you've never experienced any real intimacy or connection with a human being, one of the purest experiences that we as humans can have. That guy that's 40 years old in his parents' house, overweight, he most likely said the same things as you're saying right now. That won't be me. I'll do something. I'll go and talk to a girl one day. I'll approach a girl. I'll start the gym one day. I'll stop playing video games one day. I'll finally quit porn. And I get it. I spent most of my childhood in fear. Afraid to talk to girls, afraid to even speak to some guys, afraid to do anything even remotely uncomfortable. I was the guy who tried to avoid eye contact, who tried to avoid everybody, who tried to go under the radar so he was never put under any pressure whatsoever. And where did that get me? 18 years old, anxious, no clue what he wants to do in life, still unable to speak to people, unable to make small talk, unable to act like a functioning human. If I had continued down that path, do you think I would have felt better or worse? Thinking back now to when I was younger, there was so many cringe moments when girls would speak to me, they'd say whatever in class, and I'd literally stand there and wait for them to leave awkwardly because I didn't know what to say. I literally couldn't speak like a normal human. I'd just stand there and be like, and wait for them to just fuck off because they were like, why is this guy being so weird? That was me. It's only because when I was 18 years old, I had this massive realization, this massive drive to change that I became the person I am today. I would not have been able to quit my job and do content creation full time. I would not have been able to meet the people that I have done. I wouldn't have had the relationships that I've had. I wouldn't have the life that I have right now if I hadn't made a conscious effort to do something with myself. Your life will pass you by year after year after year if you do not start doing the things that you know you have to. You have to start the gym. You have to start making an effort, talking to girls, making new friends, planning your future, thinking about what it is you want to do with your life. Because let me tell you now, porn, video games, junk food, that is not the answer. And if you want to be part of that category of men, 40 years old, who self-delete themselves or contemplate it, then continue the way you are, because that is where you will end up. Now, all of this is pretty intense, and you might be sat there thinking, who the fuck's this guy telling me to do stuff with my life and pull my finger out, whatever. But this is no exaggeration. You will not be happy. You will not be fulfilled unless you start doing these things. I was so unhappy, so unfulfilled, so anxious, so down because I knew that I was capable of more, yet I never pushed myself. I sat there in my comfort bubble. What motivates me these days is thinking about people who lived before me, my family, my ancestors, thinking of the life they went through, the suffering they went through for me to sit here in my comfortable life. I feel ashamed to do anything but achieve the things that I know I'm capable of. Because if you're watching this video, you're most likely very privileged, and more privileged than 99% of the human race that have lived before you. Think about your ancestors looking down on you. Ask yourself, would they be proud of me? Would they be proud of what I'm doing? Would they be proud of what I've done with myself? Unless the answer is yes, fucking do something about it. You cannot afford to be a shy person.